Mato kano yon son ban kano yon ni
I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina, United States, and I work on marketing and sales for conferences with accountants. I heard about ayahuasca really from a documentary when I was about 5 years old, and it sounds crazy, but I wanted to go. I knew that I needed it just because it provides a lot of healing, so there was something deep down within me where it called to me, so here I am. I did a lot of research on it because I love to do research and I just didn't want to jump into this so soon. And so about for a full year, I, watched different documentaries, but I didn't want it to create an expectation. So I just needed to understand what the process was. And I read different blogs and things like that just to get a feeling of what I was stepping into. And that's how I figured out what it was. But I just knew that it would do a great deal of healing, whether a lot better than what the West could provide as far as their medicine. I was actually looking at different retreats, and I chose one over this one at first, but then I went on TripAdvisor trying to figure out travel plans, and someone actually recommended this place through TripAdvisor. And when I started looking into it, I loved the integrative medicine, the doctors that they have here, the psychologists that they have here, and just all the work that they do together to culminate it, not just shamans, but just everything put together seemed to really work. I had no idea what to expect. I tried to go in with no expectations. With everything I read, I heard about or read about snakes being in the visions and stuff. I just had an understanding that Mother Ayahuasca would be there to protect me, and I knew that everything, the shamans and everyone would be there to protect me. So that's what I expected, and that's literally what I got. My experience was so much more than I could have expected. It was almost like a lifetime of work meshed into 5 days. I learned so many insights and so many things that I learned to respect myself a lot. I learned to take care of myself before I take care of others. I found anger within myself for mom. Found anger within myself for my mother that I didn't even know I had, but it came from when I was a baby, which is why this probably called to me in the first place. So it was able to get rid of subconscious anger that I had, and it's going to let me progress through my life. And so I'd say, boom, that's 10 years of work. And then it let me pull out more that I could learn for myself, that I learned from the visions, but I could learn to integrate when I go back into normal life, because this isn't normal. So I'm learning how to integrate this. So that's what I got out of this whole experience. So just to be positive through the whole thing. I laughed. So if you can keep laughing, it'll guide you. I feel lighter. A lot of the stories talk about purging and buckets, and if you read up on that, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't want to scare anyone, but after the purging, you feel a lot lighter. So I learned not to fear that, just to let it happen. And after it happens, it just let out a lot of negative energy that I didn't even know I had. So I feel a lot lighter, a lot more refreshing, in that I can do this. I can do this life, and whatever it calls for, I can do it. The thing that stands out more than anything would be the staff here. And that's not what I was actually expecting. I mean, I was hoping, but it's the staff just know that they're watching you. Not like a big brother kind of a thing, but they have their eye on you to make sure that you are focusing on yourself, because this is what this place is for, is to focus on yourself. But they're also watching you during the whole ceremony. And they were there a lot of times when I was in my head. I didn't even know that I needed the help. When I couldn't breathe, they were there to help me breathe. They just came, and I didn't even have to call. So it's the staff that was momentous for me, that stands out the most. The thing that I discovered about myself was that I really do laugh through a lot of things. I learned that it is okay to laugh. A lot of times I find things that were ironic and funny, in the world, and I just learned to just laugh, and that's what other people need. So I learned to share certain aspects of myself, and I don't have to share other things. I thought that I just had to help people, but my laughter does help people. So I learned how to share myself in the most minimal way without giving so much. That's what I learned. It's not that I have a different outlook on life. You can certainly come away with a different outlook. But I guess since I was a little more positive than most to begin with, I just learned how to be more positive. It expanded that. So I just learned how to expand myself and my positivity, and that I just need to heal myself. And that heals others just by me working on myself. Physically, I feel so much better. I had pain in my shoulder, I had pain in my hips, and I've been going to see a chiropractor. Doctors, I've told my doctors, and they're like, Psh, you're young, there's nothing wrong with you. So it's like, I feel it. And chiropractor, just keep going back, and that just didn't feel like it was working for me. So the ayahuasca was able to go through my body and just touch it. The first ceremony, it touched my heart, and I was like, whoa, I could feel it. And so that first ceremony, it released a lot of pain in my shoulder. So there's still some pain there. But it could either fully heal you or at least get you started on that journey for the healing. So physically, I feel great now. Emotionally, again, I feel lighter. And mentally, I feel like I have clarity to go onward. It can be preventative, but I think a lot of people right now in the day and age that we live in, it'll help a lot of people where they're actually having issues. It's preventative in the way that it can help you pull out subconscious things that you didn't know was there, like my anger towards my mother. That's preventative, I would say. But I think that during this time, we want it to be preventative, but I think people that are coming here are already feeling pain. So they're coming here to get something worked on, worked out. But it can be preventative. But it'll call to you, or unless you're in a lot of pain, you're gonna come. I would definitely recommend ayahuasca to others, but it's not for the faint of heart. When you come here, have the intention to heal, but don't have a huge expectation of what to see. Just have the intention to heal and to find which way is up during the process. And what I mean, say, find which way is up, is to have the positivity and to trust the shaman that they're guides. They are not the healer, it's the plant. And they are just there to guide it. And so you have to kind of trust yourself, and again, to be positive through the whole thing. So when you come here, bring a journal, bring even a book, so that you can just focus on yourself and just work it out. But it's not for the faint of heart, I will say that. If you're not sure why you're coming here, I would say don't come here. But have the intention at least to heal. And I would recommend that. Oh yeah, I feel a lot better leaving. And I almost wish that I could stay because the food is actually pretty good. And the healing and the people around, just to go back into the world and know that you won't be surrounded by this positivity. Kind of, I don't want to say it sucks, but I almost just want to stay. But to know that I get to have this experience and then go out into the world and share it, that's what I'm leaving with. Wow. Thank you. Thank you.